So gaming as I'm reacting to Students Must Wear Grades for a Week by Dhar Mann Studios. As always, contains links to the channel in the video description. As always, let's begin, shall we?
Before you go to class, be sure to stop by.
Oh yeah, before anyone asks, the main reason why this is 6 minutes and 21 seconds in is because, well, it turns out that apparently Microsoft paid a lot of money in a sponsorship apparently because they got Dhar Mann to film an entire 6-minute mini movie. Like, I have seen Dhar Mann incorporating sponsorships into the plot, but never let them have 6 minutes all to their own. Like, what? Anyway, let's continue.
To receive your badge, which will reflect your overall current GPA. Liam,
What do I do with it?
you're gonna wear your badge all week. It's part of a new school-wide initiative to encourage accountability and inspire you to focus.
Ensure accountability. Like, okay, I can somewhat understand where she's coming from. After all, if someone has to look at their grade all day for a week, they are gonna, like, if they got a bad grade, like him getting a C, for example. I know C isn't bad, but it's, like, below average. Let's be honest, it's kind of, like, I would, okay, maybe not below average. Maybe that's not the best way to put it, but, like, it's very close to a D, which is bad. So, like, not the best grade to have. And let me tell you this. Like, if I had to wear a C around for a week, I would make sure I got a better grade next time, because I do not want to be seen with a C, even if someone's not gonna ridicule me for it. Oh yeah, and I've forgotten the fact that bullies exist. If they find the student that has an A D or an F, oh boy, that student is gonna be bullied for a whole week, I'll tell you that much.
On academic growth. Maya. No, badges must be visible all week. No exceptions. Oh, Brielle, I am sure you already know your badge color.
Oh, thank you, Principal Martinez.
You've earned it. For students who have already achieved high marks, this week will be a week of celebration. For all those with an A badge, Dana, you will have special perks as a reward.
Finally, our grades actually mean something. Oh, they always did.
This seems unfair. Are you really gonna make people wear their grades in public?
It's about accountability.
It's labeling. Okay, grades shouldn't be the only thing that students are valued for. What about creativity or, I don't know, leadership or extracurriculars?
Sounds like someone already knows their color of their badge is gonna be bad.
Issa's grade is none of your business, Brielle.
Let's
I mean, if I'm being honest, I kind of understand why she'd assume that right away. Because the moment someone tries to divert the topic, you know they didn't get the best grade. Because if you got a really good grade, why are you complaining? You know, it's kind of like people that when they're not earning as much money as they hope for, especially in comparison to the person they're speaking to, they'll divert the topic and act like money is no big deal, or that there's something that's more important, whether that's true or not. Meanwhile, if someone was earning a good enough amount of money for them to be confident in themselves, they would just say the amount to be done with it instead of having to divert. You know, so like, yeah, I honestly don't blame her. I don't think she's acting like a bully for saying that she already knows what that girl's grade is gonna be, because you usually don't try to divert unless you got a bad situation or like a bad thing in that area.
Issa.
This doesn't seem right.
It's your overall current standing. It looks like your math grade has brought you down substantially. Let this week be a turning point.
Wait a sec. So is this based on a certain test or on the overall GPA? Because if it's on the overall GPA and you got an F, you're kind of screwed. But like, I don't think it's based on the overall GPA, because if it was, then getting an F would be the equivalent of saying, hey, by the way, you're screwed, nothing will save you. So like, maybe it's not that. Maybe it's just based off of a recent test.
Use the badge as motivation.
And maybe now you actually try harder in school.
I can't wear this.
It's not optional. Put it.
I mean, look, I'll say this one last time before we move on. But since she got an F of all things, I don't think she has the right to mention anything about creativity or extracurricular activities. Because again, whether that's true or not, she's diverting. Like, she's trying to avoid it because she knows she got a bad grade. Why would she try to avoid the grades part and act like they're not the only things that matter if she got a good grade? She wouldn't care if she had a good grade, you know what I mean? Like, it's the type of thing where, yeah, she's technically correct. Grades aren't the only thing that matters. I mean, colleges prove this. They literally look at what you've done throughout the year, not just whether you got good grades or not. But, like, still, if you got an F, then your opinion should automatically be invalid. Like, if she got a B or even a C, I'd kind of get it, but if she got an F, then I'm sorry. You have no right to say whether another thing is as important as grades if you haven't even got your grades right in the slightest.
On. Both of you.
Red suits you. You.
Solve for X. Show your work. This will be collected.
Hey, do you get this?
Math is the reason I'm wearing this traffic light of shame.
Same.
You know, it's actually not hard if you actually pay attention.
We are paying attention. Some of us just need things explained differently.
Sounds like an excuse. Do the work, get the grade. Easy.
Well, not everyone's brain works like yours.
Clearly.
Maybe she's right. Maybe I'm just an F kid.
Something's gotta change.
Real.
Honestly, like, it's the type of thing where, like, I get it to some extent because, look, not everyone is at the same level of smart. There's a reason that when a kid consistently gets high grades, they're considered a genius or gifted. It's because that's not the average. But saying you're an F kid, no, that doesn't exist. Like, a D or a C, like, maybe not a D, but a C or a B kid, okay, makes sense. You're just not as smart as everyone. Okay, fine. Like, you probably have talent in other areas that they don't, okay? Simple as that. But an F? I'm sorry, you probably just, like, need the topics either differently explained, or you didn't try. That or that. Because, yes, some people don't understand topics at the same rate, some people will need a lot of studying to get it, some people get it in an instant, like, it's understandable, but being an F kid, that doesn't exist. If a kid consistently gets an F, they have bigger problems on their hands, and it's not their brain. Because unless your brain ages at a much lower rate than you, and grows at a much lower rate than you should not be usually getting an F unless you're doing something wrong.
What are you trying to say with this piece?
That I'm a minimalist.
I think it's trying to say that you are avoiding your assignment. A self-portrait is supposed to say something real, something true. It gives us the opportunity to dig deep.
Noted.
I like that.
Like, what even is this class? If I didn't have to take an elective for my college application, I would not be wasting my time here.
Yeah, nice job, Issa. Your color choice. It feels powerful.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm finding it pretty difficult to feel powerful right now.
One letter grade can never tell a whole story.
Yeah, well, I wish Principal Martinez felt that way.
Okay, so, like, with the girl that has an A, I feel like it's one of those where she can draw. It's not like she can't. She can draw and she can paint. It's just that the creativity that truly makes an art piece look wonderful just isn't in her. Because if someone just doesn't have the talent or creativity for something, they simply will not succeed. You cannot succeed in a creative field without you yourself being creative, no matter how good you are. Someone could be the best painter in the world, but if they don't have the creativity, their talent has gone to waste. Because without the creativity, your art piece either will not look interesting or will look like something that has been done a million times over. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to art and honestly any creative field, creativity is half the job. Like, yeah, someone could theoretically be creative but be bad at drawing, and the same thing with vice versa. Someone could be really good at drawing, but they simply aren't creative, so their art pieces don't come out as good as they could be. Anyway?
Yeah, me too, kiddo.
Come on, everybody, filter in.
A students will be in the front, B students to the left, C's, D's, and F's to the back.
This cannot be real.
B students will be getting snacks and drinks this week. A students will also be getting catered lunches and early dismissal. All the other lower badges, you'll be staying late for academic assessment.
Oh, look. It's the dumpster squad.
Put the phone down.
I'm just documenting.
Look, I understand why the teacher decided to give the kids who are in B and especially A perks. After all, like, it's supposed to be congratulating them for their effort. Because, like, okay, even if someone is really gifted that they didn't put in as much effort as someone who, let's say, got a B, like, even then, they still did do enough for them to get an A, even if it's technically less. So, like, yeah, they do deserve to get perks so that they're shown that, yes, the fact that you got an A matters. I will say that the treatment for the kids who got F may be a little excessive, especially the fact that they don't stop the A kids from bullying the D and F kids. They don't stop them from the bullying. They don't stop the bullying at all. But besides that, like, again, the whole point is accountability, right? If that's the case, then they're making sure that they do feel accountability, which I will say, like, makes total sense. After all, one of the best ways to make someone regret something is to hold them accountable for it, rather than just let them be.
Grade week?
No, you're not. You're bullying people. Everyone here already knows we're failing. You don't have to rub it in.
Wasn't that like the whole point? If people feel bad about their failures, maybe they'll just try harder.
Yeah, but you don't care about motivating anyone, Brielle. You just want to feel superior, but you're not better than anyone else here.
Well, my badge and my catered lunch says otherwise.
Issa, the principal's watching.
The principal's watching? Are you kidding me? So the principal's watching, yet she's doing nothing at all. Is this gonna be the classic thing where the victim fights back against the bully, but then they're the ones who are seen as at fault? Are we really gonna do that? Like, are we really gonna pull that? Please don't tell me that we will.
Bye, Reds. Enjoy the smell.
Enough is enough. Grade week is going down. And so is Brielle.
Mom, finally. We have to talk about grade week.
First day went well, don't you think?
Well, the F kids feel awful. You've totally...
I'm sorry. She's her mom. So, if I'm not wrong, her name is Issa, right? So, the principal is her mom, and she sees one of the other girls directly bullying her and the others, and she does nothing. I'm not joking. I thought at first that if she was gonna be the mom of someone, she was gonna be one of the moms of the A kids, but no. She's the mom of one of the F kids. Are you kidding me? Look, I do not care in what situation you're in. Unless your kid is a bully themselves, you cannot see your son/daughter getting bullied, but then do nothing about it. At this point, you're not a good parent. You're just not. It doesn't matter. It's a scenario. Unless they're a bully themselves, you're being a bad parent.
managed to turn them into outcasts on day one.
Discomfort can spur change. We have to trust the process.
But why? Why do we have to do this at all?
The school board is pressuring me to get scores up. Parents are frustrated. Attendance is low, and students need a wake-up.
We should trust the process. Well, if we should trust the process, maybe don't add more to the process. Because last time I checked, the A kids bullying the F kids and the D kids definitely was not originally part of the process, was it? But, like, I would be surprised if the principal genuinely did not know this was gonna happen. Like, if you're gonna create a social divide, like with grades, bullying is almost certainly gonna happen. So, like, why? Why even allow it? Like, okay, trust the process by making it so that their badge is always displayed. So, like, a pin of shame, sure. But don't add extra shame on top of that by allowing bullies. That's way too much.
And honestly, so do you, Issa.
Me?
You're smart, Issa, but you don't put nearly as much energy into your academics as you should. You need to take your future more seriously.
But I do take my future seriously. I'm going to art school.
We've discussed this, Issa. Art is a hobby.
It's more than a hobby to me. I work really hard at it, and I know I can get into a good art program.
Not if you don't graduate high school first.
What do you mean if I don't graduate?
If you fail math, you don't graduate with your class.
Honestly, this is the type of thing where I'm like, you really didn't know? Okay, wait, let me just... Okay, that's a much better frame. Okay. So, like, it's funny to me that she never considered the fact that when it comes to high school, the point of high school is that it collects all the subjects, no matter if you're good at all of them or not. So, even if you excel at one subject, let's say, for example, I excel at math, but not at art. I can't just suddenly abandon art because I'm interested in going into mechanics or statistics or anything math related. I can't do that. I have to ensure that I at the very least do somewhat well, even with the subjects I don't like. But I feel like Issa completely jumps over the fact. She completely ignores it. You can't just say that you're going into art school. Even if you're going to art school, you need to have your grades up some extent. A failing student can't just go to art school because their art skills are fantastic. They need to also have a somewhat good grade alongside it.
I didn't realize.
That's why this initiative is so important. I am presenting to the school board at the end of the week to make Grade Week an annual program so that we can get more funding for stronger incentives.
So more perks for the A kids and more shame for everyone else?
I care about your future, Issa, and hopefully someday you'll see that.
I will say that calling art a hobby is definitely weird, considering, like, do you guys know how many artists we know that are, artists? Like, there are many famous people that are artists. Like, it's kind of funny how, like, some people dunk on others whenever they learn that their passion is music or art. When most of the most popular, I don't want to say inventors, but, like, most popular people of the top of, like, just, like, 50, okay, maybe not 50 years ago, more like 80 years ago. Like, the most popular people from that time were musicians and artists. Like, do I even need to present examples? Like, it's kind of weird. Art is a hobby. So how about literally almost every single person who got popular just because of their art? Do I have to mention the Mona Lisa? I mean, the person who made it was an artist. What do you think? Like, do you think that that the Mona Lisa was being made just for a hobby or something? Really?
So, how did it go? Did you convince your mom to ditch grade week?
Not even a little bit. She said they might make it an annual thing. We need another plan.
Like what?
First day went well, don't you think?
Meet me at school tomorrow at 5 a.m. Oh, and wear black. The F kids are fighting back. So what's the...
What is this? Hey! These are for A students. Rewards must be earned.
Those were on our table.
You did this.
Did what?
Oh, don't play dumb. Though, given the badge.
Careful.
I know you did it. You stole from the A students.
Why would I do that?
Because you're jealous of us.
Please. It takes more than cafeteria sushi to make me jealous. Try harder.
You're just jealous because I actually have a future. And you don't.
Both of you, my office, now!
Finally, someone who fights back.
I am disappointed in you both. You're a model student with a bright future. Petty fights should be beneath you. And you, my own daughter, sneaking into school before dawn, stealing my keys. This reflects poorly on you, on me, on the school. It's completely unacceptable.
I honestly like how she criticized the A student. She didn't pull the move where she completely ignores how the bully is in the bad as well. No, she criticizes the A student, even saying that petty fights should be beneath her. Like, at least she's being somewhat fair, I'll give her that, because we all know how these conversations usually go.
I should suspend you both.
Suspend? No, I can't have suspension on my records. Colleges will see that.
And I can't afford to miss class. If I miss math,
I can't afford to be suspended. That will be appear on my college resume or whatever. Then why did you bully? Why did you bully? Like the principal said, petty fights should be beneath you. Like, buddy, Like, girl, genuinely, I think her name was Bree, right? Like, are you dumb? Are you genuinely dumb? Like, okay, let me just, like, are you dumb? Or are you sick in the head? Do you need to get your head checked? Because it's funny to me how, like, you're like, suspension shouldn't appear on my college application. Then why are you picking fights? Like, I'm telling you, anyone who genuinely wants to avoid getting suspended will want to avoid being in as many conflicts as possible, yet she's the one creating them. Like, are you dumb? You know, for a Model A student, you are surprisingly dumb. Like, it feels like your brain is working when it comes to equations, but not when it comes to common sense. Like, oh yeah, I don't want suspension on my college resume. Oh yeah, you know what? Let me bully these kids real quick. Like, it's one thing if she's like a genuine bully and enjoys this. It's another when she knows that there could be stakes, like her getting suspended, and yet she ignores that. And when she does get caught, she's like, no, please don't suspend me. I don't want it to be on my college application. I'm done.
Have suspension on my.
Both will earn your way out of suspension. I have a presentation to the school board at the end of the week to tout the success of grade week. You both will work to.
Ow. I was almost gonna go deaf. What the heck? I was almost gonna go deaf.
Presentation and provide a student perspective.
Together?
Absolutely
No
not.
way.
You both work together or you're both suspended. Now get back to class.
Mr. Carter, I really need to bring my grade up fast. I'll do anything.
The best I can do is give you a worksheet for extra credit.
Great, I'll take it. Thank you.
Well, don't thank me yet. I'll need this back by tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow?
Solve x. 4x plus 14 equals 132. I'm sorry, this is what you're dealing with? This is easy. Wait. Should I try it? I mean, I'm good at math. I'm not bad at it at all. Okay, so, you know what? Let me just solve the first equation because I'm not solving all of this. That would take way too much time. Okay, so 4x plus 14 equals 132. Okay, so first, we need to get 4x. So 132 minus 14 would be 118, correct? Okay, so 118 divided by 4. Okay, where's my calculator? This is, I'm good at math, but I'm not divide large numbers by 4 top math. Okay, wait, I'll let it play while I get the calculator.
Have you ever had disciplinary action taken against you at school? No. I'd rather sit at the dumpster table for the rest of the year. I guess I have no.
Okay, so I calculated it, and 118 minus divided by 4 would be 29.5. Now I'll recheck that question again just to know if I got it correctly. Okay, so minus. Yep, I got it right. Like, I honestly want to know, like, are these people going to college next year? Because if so, either she's extremely behind or I'm extremely ahead. Because, like, I learned that stuff years ago, and I'm still at school. Like, that's the extra credits? Like, I'll admit, I'm definitely not in her situation. It's not like I was a failing student or anything, thank God for that. But, like, still, if that's the extra credit, this should be incredibly easy. Especially since at her grade, a calculator is definitely allowed. Like, if you have a calculator, the steps are extremely simple. Take the number, minus the big number minus the small number that's there, and then divide the number by the amount of x's there are. It's literally as simple as that. I do not know what's so hard about it. Like, the concept is so simple. If I were there, I would explain it to her once, and she could complete that thing within 15 minutes. Easy.
Have you ever had to... I'd rather sit at the dumpster table for the rest of the year. I guess I have no choice.
If it's about success, where are the pictures of
I mean, I'll be honest with you. If I was in her situation, I'd lie to and say I never did face disciplinary action. Because guess what? The moment you say you face disciplinary action, it doesn't matter whether it was 10 or 1. Your possibility of getting into the college you want will drop automatically. Whether you only had it 1 time or 10. So like, yeah, honestly, if I was in her situation, I would definitely just lie about it. Anyway.
the Red Badge kids?
Well, it is a presentation about success.
If it's about success, then shouldn't we be highlighting the improvements of lower grade students?
I mean, she is kind of right. I'm not gonna fault her for thinking that at all. Like, there are 2 ways to approach success. Okay, no, not even 2 ways. If you're gonna approach success and, like, make it an article or whatever, then the best way to do it is, like, having a student that was failing and then showing them succeeding. Because, let's be honest, like, all of us love a rags to riches story, let's be honest. And the success story that they're writing would be basically that, but instead of money and status and stuff like that, it's grades. To which, like, it's the same concept. Seeing a story about a student who was previously failing and then went all the way to being an A student is far more appealing than seeing how a straight A student has been doing after school unless something unexpected happens to them, because we all know what'll happen. Yes, you'll get into an Ivy League college probably. I don't care. Anyway.
Oh, wait, that's right. We can't, because none of them have actually improved.
Okay, well, don't blame a program if kids don't even try.
I tried. Every day in math class, I try. Wearing this stupid badge doesn't make me understand any of this any better. Every day in math class, I try.
I'm sorry. Dhar Mann. One question. These people are supposed to be in senior year, right? Because no one would be approaching, the idea of college this hard unless this is literally senior year. Last year, grade 12, we're done. Because if that's the case, this is unbelievably easy. Like, I'm not a grade 12 or anything like that. I'm kind of near it, but not yet. And if you ask me this while I was in grade 7, I would have been able to do it. It's that easy. Like, just so you guys know, I'm not the type who's getting into the top leagues or anything. Like, I'm smart, but I'm not that smart. And I can easily solve that in a heartbeat because it's literally the exact same setup. You know what? I've done question 1. Let's do question 2 this time. So, 8x plus 8 equals 32. Solve for x? Easy. First of all, 32 minus 8 will be 24. And now, real quick, we need to get 1x, so we need to divide by 8. So, 24 divided by 8, the answer is 3. I solved it in 5 seconds. And for the movie ticket one, 65 divided by 5. That's literally all you need to do. Like, Dhar Mann, you aren't even trying. Like, I'm not joking. Take the worst classmate I had from grade 7 or whatever, and they would have been able to do it. It's that easy. Because again, it is the same very simple concept. Like, math as a whole is a concept where as long as you understand the concept, you'll be able to answer most questions they throw at you. I say most because there will always be questions that add like an extra twist to it. But when it comes to these types of things, it's literally the same thing. And for this one, it's literally solve for x, 5x, it's literally just 65 divided by 5. Question 4 is literally just 65 divided by 5. Question 3 is 49 minus 6, 43. 43 divided by 11, done. What is so difficult here? And if you're wondering how I got the minus, take that thing to the other side, will be minus. It's simple as that. I'm not joking. It's not like I learned it this year or anything. I learned that stuff years ago. Like, again, I'm ranting about this because this feels way too easy for it to be legit. Again, I know I'm not a failing student, so I'm not in the same perspective, but this type of stuff I would have done years ago. Is this supposed to be grade 12? Is this supposed to be senior year? Like, if she wasn't, like, grade 9, sophomore year, or, like, sophomore year or like whatever, like I would have understood it if she was like at the start of high school. But this is supposed to be the end. They're supposed to be at senior year now. If you're struggling at stuff this simple, then I'm asking myself, what do they teach you at senior year for this to be the stuff you do for extra credit?
this stupid badge doesn't make
Please, someone prove me wrong. I honestly want someone to prove me wrong on this because this feels way too easy for me to take it seriously.
me understand any of this any better.
I don't understand. It doesn't help me understand any of this any better. Do I need to explain it again? You know what? I'll explain it again for anyone who's lost. Because it's funny to me that she's like, the badge isn't gonna help me. The idea is so simple, it's honestly insane.
Try.
Again, for these 3 questions. You take this number, put it on the other side, make it a minus, so 132 minus 14, done. And then you divide it by the amount of x's. It's literally as simple as that! Like, at this point, I don't even know if she's faking it or what, because this thing ain't helping. Like, I expected some type of calculus to be involved, not this. If you're wondering why I'm ranting this much, it's because I'm a math guy, okay? I'm a math guy. I like math. So for me, seeing questions this simple, where I could easily explain it in 10 seconds, it makes me furious, because I'm like, how do you not get something this simple? Like, again, it's not just, oh, I don't struggle with it, therefore she shouldn't. No, I literally explained the concept. It's literally as simple as, take small number, flip the sign, so it's the plus, flip it to the other side, it'll be a minus, take big number minus small number, then divide the remaining number by the number of x's. It's literally as simple as that. Okay, I better calm down before I make this video last an hour because of my ranting.
So whatever you do to one side, do to the other side. And our goal is that we're trying to solve for x, so you want to isolate x by itself. So let's go ahead and subtract 8 from this side and subtract 8 from the other side.
Wait, that actually made sense.
See, I told you, it's not really that hard.
Wow. You know, for
Subtract 8 from both sides? Honestly, that feels like the type of thing that even I myself would be confused by for a second. I would be like, why would I need to erase 8 from both sides? Literally just take 8 to the other side. If I had a webcam, I would have gotten a piece of paper and wrote in it what I would have done myself. Because, like, okay, I have a question. Did her professor or teacher, whatever, genuinely teach her anything? Because, again, this concept is so simple to explain. Her teacher should have easily done it. Like, what are we doing?
See, I told you.
it's nice.
Come on.
Are you sure this is the work you want to turn in? Brielle, I think you're avoiding the assignment.
Because it doesn't matter. It's just a silly self-portrait. I have AP classes, assignments, exams to do. I just don't have time for any of this.
Art is just as important as any other thing you learn in school. It helps us understand how we feel.
Well, that's great and all, but colleges care about GPA, not feelings.
Well, if you don't turn in a meaningful portrait, you may fail my class. And that will most certainly affect your GPA.
Wait, fail? I can't fail.
Well, then I guess it's a good thing you still have time to turn that project around.
Again, she's in a situation where she can draw. Like, that portrait looks really good. It's just that because she doesn't have creativity, there's no intention behind it. After all, part of art is the intention. Like, when you learn what the intention of an artist for each change was, it makes, or like for each piece was, it makes the art already look more fascinating than it was. But when you draw a portrait without it having any sort of creativity, any sort of intention, you end up with what she has right here.
Hey, Dad! Dad!
He's not here.
Oh, hey, Hillary. Do you know where my dad is? Principal Hernandez, she asked me to give this big presentation to the school board meeting, and I was wondering that if my dad could maybe come and watch.
He's got another gig out of state.
Oh. But I thought he was going to be back this week.
Besides, honey, you know your dad doesn't really care that much about school stuff. I mean, I doubt he'd sit through some boring meeting. Ooh, gotta go. Dinner's in the fridge.
You taught, you helped people. Accidentally, but still. Now, let me help you.
Me? No, I'm okay. I don't need any help. Thanks.
I heard you talking with Miss Reyes. I know you need a good grade on your self-portrait. Think of it like a trade. You help me with math, I help you with art. We both pass, we both avoid suspension. Then we can go back to hating each other.
Okay.
True.
Annoyed.
And color pops up.
Please. Please. If she's gonna show me a math assignment, please show something that's difficult enough that I wouldn't be able to solve it in 10 seconds.
But what don't they?
Yeah, but like, again, it's funny to me how, like, when her teacher said he wanted the thing back tomorrow morning, she was like, how? To which I say, like, again, these questions are not even hard. I know I'm a math guy, so I'm not the best comparison here, but like, still, I can explain to her the concept in 10 seconds, and she would be able to solve that thing in 5 minutes. Because again, they are so simple. My explanation wouldn't take more than 10 seconds. Again, I'm like, what?
See.
Thank you.
You keep thinking.
Did you? Excellent. This is exactly what I wanted. Excuse me. I see a board member waving me over.
It's not too late to back out.
Let's do this.
I'm sorry, what were they thinking? Do you want to embarrass your own students? Why is it that they still wear their labels even in front of the board members? Do you want to humiliate your students or something? Like, genuinely tell me, do you want to humiliate them or something?
To discuss the success of Grade Week, an initiative designed to motivate students through visible accountability and earned incentives. To share a student perspective, we will now invite 2 seniors, Brielle Ashton and Issa Martinez.
Yep, I knew they were seniors. I feel like anyone who's a senior in high school would tell you that the assignment she received is not something any student should receive in senior year. This type of thing I would expect in like middle school. Like, I would expect this type of assignment in middle school, not end of high school.
Come on now, girls.
Grade week was supposed to help motivate students, but for many of us, it did the opposite.
What are you doing?
Some students didn't even feel inspired. They felt like they were labeled before they even had the chance to improve.
Oh, excuse me, everyone. It appears we're having some technical difficulties. We're going to take a short recess and we'll be right back. Girls, side room. Brielle, you switched the presentation. Why? To embarrass me in front of the school board?
No, Mom, listen, it was...
I expected this from my daughter. I did not expect this from you.
You know, our new presentation offers solutions. Peer tutoring.
I'm sorry, but like, what is humiliating about just admitting that the results weren't the best? Isn't that the point of an experiment, to see if it'll work or not? Like, it's funny to me, like, whenever they do these experiments, they always act as if the experiments fail, they're suddenly humiliated. When I'm like, buddy, the whole point of an experiment is that you see if it works or not. It shouldn't be a surprise if the experiment doesn't work. Unless the experiment is guaranteed and you've tested it a million times, you should not be surprised if it fails. And you shouldn't feel like you were humiliated if it fails. Like, come on.
In co-study groups, study halls.
Enough! You will deliver the original presentation or I will suspend you. And withdraw your letter of recommendation from your college application.
Mom, you can't do that.
I can choose not to recommend a student who deceived me. We go back in 5 minutes. Make the right choice.
We can't go back now. We know we're right. Brielle?
I can't. I'm sorry. I think it's a good idea if we just go back to our original presentation.
But you know grade week is wrong.
It's not that bad.
So you think I really deserve to be labeled like this?
No, of course not. I just think...
Honestly, when it comes to Brielle, like, from a moral standpoint, you'd obviously disagree with her continuing with the original presentation, but consider her stakes. Like for me, if I had to choose between go with my presentation and a letter of recommendation to a college, I'm sorry, I'm choosing a letter of recommendation to a college any day. I am not sacrificing my future. No way in hell, because it's not even just a slight discomfort or like a slight obstacle. No, this can affect my career, which indeed affects my whole life. I am picking that any day.
It's not worth it.
Thank you for your patience. We had a slight mix-up with the files. However, Brielle Ashton will now continue with the correct presentation. Brielle, come on up.
Grade Week is designed to reward academic excellence and encourage struggling students through visible accountability.
Replace the word encourage with punish. Punish, by the way. We need to replace that word.
Students with higher grades receive rewards such as catered lunches and early dismissal. This program motivates students to... I could never even imagine myself ever creating something like this. Thank you.
Let me help you.
I should, but this week did not show me that these badges motivate students. It shows that labels can shame them out from even trying. Ethan, could you stand up, please? Can you tell everyone how wearing your badge made you feel?
Well, it made me feel like there was no point trying. Everybody knew I was failing, so why try? But then Issa taught me a math trick that Brielle taught her, and...
You know, I never figured out on my own.
Labeled winners and losers. Grade week should have been support week. Students who are strong in one subject helping other students who struggle in that subject.
Co-study groups, peer tutoring, teacher check-ins, real help that supports students before they're able to fall behind.
A badge can show a grade, but it can't show talent, effort, and
the
In a door. Presentation was good, Issa. Why didn't you show it to me first?
because you never listen to what I have to say.
Me. Right, you're right. What I saw.
Proud of what you did up there. Oh, don't make this weird.
Too late.
Yeah, okay, that's enough. We already know where it ends. Like, yeah, I don't think I'm missing anything much. Yeah, okay, so let's see what we're dealing with here. So, okay, besides a few gripes with some stuff, I do like the story here a little bit. It's a little new. It doesn't feel like it's rehashing an idea I've seen before. Maybe it's because I haven't been watching as many DharMann videos for the past few months, but still. And also, like, I like the fact that they do showcase a person who is getting good grades, but is the bully this time. I was gonna comment on it in the beginning, but I decided to leave it here, where... like, yeah, it is refreshing for us to see a bully that's actually getting a good grade, because we all know the jock and the nerd. Well, this time, what if the nerd had the personality of the jock? Like, that's basically it. Which honestly makes this rather refreshing. And also, I like that we see from, like, Briella. I think that's her name, right, Briella? I like that we see from her a very rare side, which is what happens when you have someone that is good at drawing, that is good at painting, but does not have any intention or creativity. Like, she shows us the result of that. Because, let's be honest, being good at drawing or painting is half the job. Unless you have the creativity and the talent for it. Okay, maybe not talent, maybe talent isn't the right word, but like creativity and intention for it. You're honestly not doing as good of a work as you can. Because again, a painting could look soulless even if it's made by an actual person and not by AI or something, if it has no intention. In fact, that's part of the reason why AI looks soulless, is because AI has no intention. AI has no creativity. So if you get a human who has no creativity or intention, making an art piece is gonna... I won't say it will look similar to AI, but it will be soulless in the same way AI is soulless. Because of the fact that it has no intention, no creativity. In any creative work, if you aren't creative, you might as well save your time and not pursue it, even if you are good at it. Because if you are good at painting, if you aren't creative, then you're essentially wasting your time. There's no point in you painting and drawing if you can't afford to have the creativity for it. If you can, then congrats. But if you can't, don't waste your time on it at that point, because again, like I said, it's useless. It's useless for someone to make music, or for someone to draw, or for someone to paint if they don't have the creativity and intention. Because again, anything can feel soulless when it doesn't feel like there's passion, intention, creativity behind it. You know what I mean? But like, besides that and the math assignment, I still have a grip on that one. Honestly, the story was rather good, which is like one of the, which I won't say a first for me, but the first in a while. Okay. And again, I'm surprised that the whole sponsor video took up 6 minutes. I'm still surprised about that. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching on the left's most recent video. Advise every YouTube recommends, and always, and as always, the links to the channel and the video description. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.